Okay, so I want to go ahead and introduce Spanish 111. I'm teaching quite a few different sections of 111, but I'm only going to make the one video. So if you see any numbers for logging into my language labs, just make sure that you use the one that's in your site, not the one you get from this video. So I'm in Spanish 111, FON 07. Our start date for classes, for all classes, is going to be January the 11th. The majority of my 111s are online. I have one that is face-to-face, and I already sent you guys a message letting you know that we're going to meet via Teams from 9 to 9:50 on Monday, Wednesday until we get to the 25th, unless the governor or the president of the college decides that the numbers are still too bad for us to go back into the classroom, just to get us used to meeting at that time so that we'll be able to make a quick transition to being in the classroom, like we'll already be used to seeing each other at that time of day. Otherwise, if you are in anyway, so the rest of the classes, you will just meet completely online. We will not do Teams meetings. And the way the class will work, you have a start here block. It tells you that you've got to complete an activity in the online classroom by the census date, or you'll be reported as no-show and removed from the class. That's going to apply to the face-to-face class as well. You have to complete an online activity because we're obviously not going into the classroom before the census date. And so below you'll see a course overview, and then these are the 2 assignments that you can complete before the census date, and that's so just make sure that you complete these 2 assignments before the census date so that you'll be counted for the class and you won't get counted as no-show and kicked out. I have 2 videos here that tell you how to set yourself up in my language labs. We do have a third-party software, which is my language labs. For a few semesters now, I have moved all of the activities. They are from my language labs, but I have redone them and stuck them in Moodle. So for my class, you don't really need to go out to my language labs except to access the book. I still recommend getting my language labs because I don't know if you'll be taking all of your classes with me. And we use my language lab, like when you buy access to it, you get it for multiple semesters. And if you take classes with the other instructors at Guilford Tech, hold on a minute. If you take classes with the other instructors at Guilford Tech, they use my language labs, like they've kept the activities there, so you'll want to have it. But anyway, so this video will tell you how to set yourself up if you already have an access code, which would be for you guys, more than likely you don't have that. That would be like if you started with 111 and then you dropped the class, but you had already bought my language labs. Otherwise, no, I'm sorry, that's if you need to buy one, and so you were not, this is probably the majority of you, you've never had my language labs, and so you would want to look at this video. If you are someone who did drop the class and then has decided to now come back to it and you'd already bought my language labs, you would want to watch this video. I am going to update this, but you'll be able to click here and find out information for help with Pearson. I think Pearson is only doing online help at this point in time. I'm also going to give you access to a 2-week temporary access code, so that way you can you can access the book and get into my language labs before you actually have to purchase it, if like you're having trouble getting it purchased. And this will tell you what to do when your access code, the 2-week temporary one, expires and you have to eventually buy it. This will tell you what to do. So I know it's a lot of information, so just remember to come to the Start Here block to complete the census activities, and then just play around here with the videos at your leisure, knowing that you can find information on my language labs in that block, basically information on my language labs, okay? Each class, and I only have a few showing right now. I don't really know why I have the spring break one showing, but anyway, I'm gonna try to have 2 weeks open up at a time, and the reason why I wanna do that is to give you a chance to do work ahead, but then I also have some assignments that build upon each other, so I don't want you to go too far ahead, because if you do, I'll get frustrated because we do some workshopping. And in those workshops, I want you to use the feedback that I give you to do your final draft or your final recording. So if you work way ahead, you're not getting that feedback. So anyway, it'll be set up by date, and it will tell you the topic that we're going to cover in that block. Each week is going to be set up the same, where you're going to see the pages to study and our objectives, what you should be able to do at the end of the week. It's going to give you the due date, and our due date for assignments is going to be always the end of the day on Thursday. Then you'll have various assignments. Most every week, you're going to have a class participation form. And when you open that up, it just tells you to post here any questions or concerns you have about material introduced in the course this week. This is a grade, but it's an easy grade. So if you don't have any questions, you can click on the forum and hit reply and just post, I have no questions or concerns. But if you do have questions, please post them there. Also, though, if it's a very pertinent question, like if an assignment due date is wrong or you can't access something, please don't just put it there. Also reach out to me either using Remind, an email, or a phone call, because I do not check these as often as I do my email and obviously my Remind messages. So if it's something that needs to be taken care of immediately, then I would also like to get an email, phone call, Remind message, etc. Each week, you're most of the time going to have an assignment as well. And when you open it up, these are the Pearson things I've moved into Moodle. And the way I've set it up is that you'll have a video and it'll tell you to watch it. And this is me introducing the topic to you because apart from the 111 class that I'm going to meet on Teams, I won't be seeing you guys. So you can watch the video that introduces the like vocabulary or particular grammar concept to you. Then you have various activities that practice either that vocabulary or grammar that's been taught to you. And I try to make a video for each assignment that will explain to you how to do it so you know how to do it. So for example, you'll watch this video and you'll learn about greetings vocabulary, then there's an assignment. There's a video that tells you how to do the assignment, then you go down and you do the assignment. Then there's another video that tells you how to do an assignment, you go down and you do the assignment, so on and so forth. So make sure you watch those videos, but don't forget to watch the ones that explain the material. And I kind of wanted it all grouped in one place, so you don't have to go hunt and peck for it. So make sure you're doing the assignments because that's how I'm teaching you, and you're also getting your practice all at the same time. All right. Okay, so, and I think that's pretty much it. You're going to have various assignments to complete, but for each assignment, even the participation forms, I've tried to go in and give you a little video that explains to you how to do an assignment. So just make sure you're watching those little videos. Like, for example, here you have a cultural assignment, but here I tell you how to complete it. So just make sure you're watching those little videos because that's how I'm telling you how to complete each assignment. Okay, so what else about your site? Over on the right, I do have some helpful information that assignments are due on Thursday, the temporary access code, the course code. So again, the course codes are going to be different for everybody, so make sure you're getting your exact course code. There's a link to Spanish tutoring, accent marks. So over on this right-hand side under helpful information, there's a few videos that tell you how to make accent marks. And it just depends on what kind of, I think this one is for Chrome, this first one is for Chromebooks. The second one is if you have a regular laptop and you want to set up an international keyboard. And then I think even down here I have one for how to make them on a Mac. So depending on what kind of computer you have, you might want to check out those videos. Let's see, there's a link to my language labs, the COVID hotline, Titan link. Then over here, we've got instructor information. This gives you my name, my blog. The blog just has information when I teach in the classroom. If I want to access videos or other resources, I stick it in the blog so I can quickly find it. I have class PowerPoints. I use those for teaching. So those of you that are going to see me on Teams, you might want to access that. You can actually get the PowerPoint that I'm going to use to teach from. That's my phone number and extension. Right now, I've just put my office hours by appointment because we're not on campus, but we can meet via Teams. You guys can reach me via texting. You can text this code to 81010. If you need to meet virtually, or those of you that are doing the Teams meeting with me, this tells you how to do Teams. A colleague of mine made this video, so it's not me on the video, but I just went ahead and used it. This is what the textbook looks like, but if you're using my language labs, it has a virtual textbook, so you don't need to buy one. And I'll show you I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Here's our syllabus. I have two different versions of it. There's the Moodle book and there's a Word version. The grading criteria, those are just rubrics that I use to score you for your writing and your oral assignments, but I have those rubrics actually in the assignment, so you don't have to look at that if you don't want to. The course calendar just tells you what we're doing week by week, which you'll be able to see in Moodle, and you can also see in the syllabus. It's like one of the last pages on the syllabus. That's the final exam schedule, so you can look at that. For my classes, except for the one, it'll show up when that last week pops up. I think it's actually in the syllabus too. It'll say it in there and the course calendar when we're taking our final exam. But this final exam schedule is for all classes. Since the bulk of mine are online at this point in time, we're going to take that final on Thursday. And I do not remember for the Monday, Wednesday class when yours is, but it will be the same time as all Monday, Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. Then I have resources. There's tutoring, Spanish tutoring, technical support, library, etc. This is the number you could call if you need some help with my language labs. A link again to how to get to my language labs and how to set yourself up. The course code again. These are links to get the app for, so you can, if you decide to use the ebook, you might want to put it on your laptop. And these links will tell you how to set up that app on your laptop, and I think that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Remember, over on the right, there's various ways you can reach me. You can reach me by phone, you can reach me via Teams, or you guys can text or email me. And I just look forward to working with you this semester.